welcome to Roker Park for tonight's Barclays League Division 3 match between Sunderland and Southend United. And this is your match commentator, Clive Pearson. First we feature the two mascots. Scott Cocton, he is the fair-haired young man on the left of the two mascots as we're looking at them. He's 11 years old and lives in Sunderland, and he goes to Red House Comprehensive School. Scott enjoys football, karate and athletics, and finished runner-up in the new European Karate Junior Championships in London. So he's a very versatile young man, is Scott. And Stephen Moyes on the right, with the darker-haired mascot. He is 11 years old as well. He lives in Durham and goes to Belmont Comprehensive School. And Stephen's grandfather, Harry Poulter, played football for Sunderland in the 1930s. In fact, he played 3 times for Sunderland before moving on to Exeter City. And Stephen is looking forward to tonight's match. So that's Scott Cocton and Stephen Moyes, two 11-year-olds as the Sunderland mascots this evening. Now to the Sunderland side. In goal, Ian Hesford. At 2, John Kay. At 3, starting a match for Sunderland for the first time this season, Frank Gray. At 4, making his debut because of injuries to his centre-backs, is Richard Ord, 17 years old, and he went to Beaslington Comprehensive School. At 5, the captain, John McPhail. At 6, Gary Hours. At 7, John Cornforth. At 8, making a welcome return, Gordon Armstrong. At 9, Eric Gates. At 10, Marco Gabbiadini. At 11, Paul Atkinson. And the two Sunderland substitutes are Paul Lemon wearing 12 and Michael Heathcote wearing 14. And Michael Heathcote is another centre-back, and he was signed from Spennymoor of the Drivers Northern League in the close season. The Southend United side, Southend United, known as the Shrimpers. Eric Steele is in goal, and he once played for Newcastle United. At 2, David Martin. At 3, Peter Johnson, who once played for Newcastle, and he also played for Middlesbrough. At 4, Martin Ling. At 5, Shane Westley. At 6, Derek Hall. At 7, the Southend United player-manager, Paul Clark. At 8, Glenn Pennyfather. At 9, Martin Robson. At 10, the big target man up front, Roy McDonough. And at 11, Andy Rogers. And the two Southend United substitutes are Nick Smith at 12 and Dean Neal at 14. And our 3 match officials tonight. The referee is Paul Harrison from Haywood near Oldham. He was accepted onto the referees panel in 1986, so this is his 2nd season in charge of Football League matches. And the two linesmen are Paul Henderson from Marsk with the red trim flag on the left of the referee as we look, and Dave Kirk from Harrogate standing next to the Southend United captain, number 8, Glenn Pennyfather. And Paul Harrison, he's a contracts engineer, and he's chairman of the Rochdale and District Referees Association. And Paul has been a referee since 1972. So Sunderland will be looking to bounce back after their poor showing at Notts County last Saturday. As I say, making his debut, wearing the number 4 shirt because of the injury to David Corner, is 17-year-old Richard Ord. No Steve Doyle in the Sunderland side either. Gordon Armstrong takes his place. So Southend United about to kick off, attacking the goal to our left at the Fulwell end. Gabbiadini in straight away, but good play by Paul Clark. Southend United being the first to show. Up comes Peter Johnson. Good cross from him, looks for McDonough, oh, and a shot by the captain, Glenn Pennyfather, just wide. And Sunderland almost caught out there in the very first minute. A good move, but the final touch not so good from the Southend United skipper. So Ian Hesford gets an early touch of the ball. Easily away by Shane Westley. Roy McDonough chasing. Gates. Well chested down. Gabbiadini going down the wing, but the goalkeeper should get there first, and does. Eric Steele. And although Southend United have a poor away league record this year, 1 win, 1 draw and 6 defeats from their 8 league matches, they have knocked Derby County out of the Littlewoods Cup this year. 0-0 at the baseball ground Derby and 1-0 at the county ground Swindon. Southend United, I say, knocking out Derby County. So Steele to clear for Southend United. Ord under this with McDonough and wins. He'll feel better for that. That's his first touch of the ball. And Richard looks as though he has the job of marking McDonough. That was Pennyfather. And Richard Ord committing his first foul in senior football. That was McDonough. Pennyfather across. A little bit of hesitation there on the Sunderland defence, but young Richard did well to clear that one. Atkinson down the line, but headed away by Johnson. Gray. Long one, wants to find Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini just beaten to it. In fact, it was his head which put the ball into touch. Ord, chests down, looks for Gates up front, but that's a poor one. Gary Bennett and David Corner out of action through injury. Gary Bennett long term, at least 2 months. It's just as well that someone like Richard Ord can take his place. This could be a test for him against McDonough. He wins in the air again and in fact is fouled. And he it is to take the free kick. Drives it wide, looking for Hours on the right. Southend managed to get it away though. Hours, good touch through for John Cornforth. Gabbiadini chases, wins, he's going to the line. If he cuts it back, there could be trouble. And there is for Southend, but it's wide. That one should certainly have been better directed by Paul Atkinson coming in from the left. But Gabbiadini showed his skill there. He completely foxed the Southend United defence. And Paul Atkinson, unfortunately, didn't manage to get his header on target. But the opening was made. McPhail. Gabbiadini tries to turn. Hours. Armstrong, Gray, Hours going for the ball, but so too Steele, who gets there first. And that was cleared by Gordon Armstrong. And Frank Gray waits to take the throw for Sunderland. Kay. Atkinson to Gates. Back to Kay. Hours waiting wide on the left, but it's gone back to Gates just outside the penalty area. Kay's continued his run. Gates hasn't seen him though, but eventually tries to shoot between 2 defenders and is well off target. A good crowd here to watch the match. I would think in the 14 to 15,000 region. McPhail waiting for it. Ord 2. Ord handles the ball and concedes a free kick. Armstrong standing over the ball. So a free kick to Southend, taken by Derek Hall. Gray beats Martin, and wins the throw. Gabbiadini giving Shane Westley a chase, but Shane Westley does well and is fouled by the Sunderland player. Free kick quickly taken to Glenn Pennyfather. Cornforth, but Sunderland can't keep possession. Now Kay has it. Gary Hours going down the Sunderland right. Gates wants the ball played inside, but Hours beats his man. Looking for the line and wins the corner. For the first corner of the night. With Paul Atkinson about to take it. Good corner, headed over his own bar. And Steele had to make sure it didn't dip underneath the crossbar by turning it over. So another corner for Paul Atkinson to take. This time it's a bit deeper and headed wide. Still though, the danger not cleared for Southend, but now it is. Okay, stops the ball on the halfway line. Gray. No one wide on the left at the moment. Gray has to backheader on by Armstrong. A shot, and a good one too by Armstrong. By Atkinson rather, palmed away by Steele. Atkinson turning up in the inside right position there to have that shot at goal. And what a fine shot it was. So another corner. Lots of pressure on that Southend United goal. Deep one this time, but away by Pennyfather. Nodded on by Robinson, but Gray across to Kay. That one's looking for Gabbiadini, but Martin gets there first. And this is a good run by Martin Ling. Back to Martin. Robinson. Martin to Ling, but Gray gets that one away. Headed clear by Westley. McPhail. And that's a poor ball through by Eric Gates. By Ord. Johnson. Hours. Gates loses control. Cornforth got a foot in. Away once more by Richard Ord. Rogers. And McPhail gets that one away in the touch. The two centre-backs for Sunderland seem to have swapped the men they're marking. McPhail is now marking McDonough, with Ord looking after Martin Robinson. Ord away. Okay. Cornforth. Good one to Gates. Gabbiadini runs through. And Gabbiadini's going through, and it took Shane Westley all his time there to beat Gabbiadini to the ball. McPhail beaten in the air, but Ord the covering player. He's had a lot to do, has young Richard Ord, in the first few minutes, and that can only be good. There he is again. This time he finds Gary Hours. The pass through from Hours, not a good one. Its header not so good. Good tackle there though by the young man. Under this was McDonough. McDonough wins in the air. Just for a moment there was trouble there, but McPhail recovered quickly enough. Cornforth holding on to the ball. Now he finds ours. Gabbiadini back to ours, but the pass just too long, and Pennyfather has it now for the visitors. Nodded down by Robinson. And a neat piece of play by Gordon Armstrong. Armstrong again. Back after injury for tonight's match. And that's one of the easiest balls Eric Steele will collect all night. Paul Clark, the Southend United player-manager, in his second spell in charge within the space of 6 months. He was expected to be given the job when Southend won promotion at the end of last season, but he wasn't. Dick Tate, the former Notts County assistant manager, was given the job, but Tate recently resigned, and now Paul Clark is back in charge again. And now Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini wins against the odds, but slips in the act of winning the ball. Now Atkinson. Gray. Atkinson. Gates. And Southend partially get the ball away, but Kay sends it back again. And this is a good run. That was a good ball through. Martin Robinson going across to the area. And that's a bad ball by Richard Ord. Lost possession, but McPhail covering. A little bit hesitant there was Richard. Now Sunderland coming away once more. Frank Gray, and both Gabbiadini and Cornforth caught offside. And among Southend United's managers since the war has been the famous Bobby Moore, OBE. Ord mistimes his header, McPhail covering. Clearance by Hesford, looking for Gabbiadini. Good challenge by Frank Gray, finds Atkinson. Gabbiadini gets the ball in the air. Ours is lurking, so is Gates. Away by Pennyfather. Cornforth manages to find Armstrong. Atkinson, but Armstrong's ball was overhit. Atkinson won it. Great challenge there by Armstrong. Gabbiadini under it. Not getting much change in the air tonight so far though. Good ball there by Cornforth. Ours looking for Atkinson on the far left. But away by Martin. David Martin, the number 2 for Southend United, a former England youth captain. So Frank Gray's gone right forward to take the throw. Up and under. Cornforth waiting for it. Mistimes. Gabbiadini almost in. And a header over the bar there from young Gary Hours when he looked well positioned to put the ball into the net. Certainly Sunderland creating 1 or 2 chances. So we've had 15 minutes of play so far. The score, Sunderland 0, Southend United 0. John Kay loses out there to Roy McDonough, but Sunderland win the throw. Gabbiadini. Rather ambitious one, an offside flag over on the far side. But the throw-in is taken. Ours, Gates, Cornforth is behind him, but he's looking for Gabbiadini, but his back was to Gabbiadini and he overhit the ball. Clark. McDonough. Beaten low by McPhail, picked up by Armstrong. Ord. Looking for Gates, but first there is Wesley. McPhail beats McDonough in the air. Armstrong gets it back. Short for Frank Gray. Ord. Doesn't want to make a mistake in defensive position like that, so he does the wise thing and plays safety first. Can't afford to lose possession there. Offside flag. And Gordon Armstrong caught offside. Clark with the free kick. Looks for McDonough. And McPhail beats him in the air. Well picked up by Pennyfather though. Johnson drives it in, away by McPhail. Ling, chased all the way by Gabbiadini, and Gabbiadini's forced a mistake. Gates is with him. Ours wants it played through. Still Gabbiadini going. The ball ricochets and the ball eventually finds its way back to Steele. By Ord. Cornforth loses out to Derek Hall. Robinson. Ling. Looking for McDonough in the centre, but it's away for Sunderland by Gary Owers. Gates. Owers. But the 1-2 pass wasn't so good. Pennyfather, and McPhail will watch that one go back to Hesford. Hesford drives it deep into the Roker end. Gabbiadini is fouled, and John Cornforth is there waiting to take the free kick. McPhail's gone forward. That's McPhail running to your left across the picture. John McPhail waits till McPhail gets into position but plays it short. Armstrong. Inside for Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini gets the shot just wide. Good turn by Gabbiadini. It was only really a half chance, but he struck it well. Just wide. McPhail under it. He misses it, but Kay is there. Flicked on by Gates. But neat play by the Southend boss. That was Robinson. Johnson beats Ours. A little bit cramped for room down there. And it's a little bit frantic too. Armstrong gets the ball away. Gabbiadini gets the head, but no one there to support him. with the header. Away by McPhail. McPhail again. Looks for Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini really works hard in those situations. And by doing that, Steele gains extra ground from which to clear. Instead of having to clear from near his own goal line, he can now get out to the edge of the penalty area, which gives him extra distance upfield. Ord gets it to Kay, who clears. Pennyfather is fouled by Gordon Armstrong, the two number 8s in opposition there. Glenn Pennyfather, the captain of Southend United. Managed to get that one away. Wesley was up there with the attack. Whistle gone, an infringement. It looks like an offside decision. Minutes gone, halfway through the first half. 0-0, still the scoreline. Cornforth. Ord tries to slot it through, but cut out. And a good run back by Frank Gray to snuff out the danger from Ling. Gates flicks on. Gates again. Clark headed away by Rogers. And a spot of dangerous play there by Gordon Armstrong. Gordon Armstrong being spoken to by referee Paul Harrison from Oldham. By profession is a contracts engineer. Flicked on by McDonough. Gray doesn't control it properly, and it's just as well that he managed to get back. Almost a chance there for Southend United. Gabbiadini loses out there. Crowd trying to get behind Sunderland. We're being given a good game by Southend United tonight. Ord gets up well. Gates, now Gabbiadini. But cool play there by Shane Westley, who is close to his 100th league game. McPhail under this with McDonough. McPhail it is who gets there first. Gray boots the ball away. But it's gone into touch. Ord gets the ball away into touch ahead of Martin Robinson. With McDonough again. The two visiting strikers are switching positions, but the Sunderland men are staying in their own positions. McDonough tries to flick it on. Robinson, but Armstrong back to Hesford. Atkins has run wide on the left for Sunderland, but Hesford hasn't spotted him, so it's the long clearance. Gabbiadini flicks on. Hours chasing. Kay with the throw. Gabbiadini. Wants a 1-2 with Gates, but Gates hits it against the defender's legs, and Southend are about to break. That was a good run there by Rogers to find Robinson, but the ball cut out by Richard Ord. Gates lays it off to Hours. Hours looks for Gabbiadini, but that's a bad one. Across comes McPhail to Kay. But Sunderland not finding their men up front at the moment. We're seeing long balls tonight so far rather than the constructive moves we've seen a lot of from Sunderland this season. Now Gabbiadini, again that's a bad ball from him, allowing Southend United to break, but McPhail stops that one easily enough, goes forward. Hours tries to beat his man but still has possession. Now he loses it. Robinson, still Robinson. Cornforth. Robinson now. The crowd urging Sunderland to get at their men. That header was by McDonough, but it's a poor one. And away comes Atkinson and finds Frank Gray. And certainly the crowd get uneasy when Southend United get anywhere near the Sunderland goal. And they have done on 1 or 2 occasions tonight. McPhail, that's a good one for Gabbiadini, not quite. Hours, Gates, still Gates, tries the shot and it bounced awkwardly in front of Steele, but Steele held it well. Misses out in the air, but Gray, the covering player, McPhail away. Atkinson first time to Gabbiadini, and Gabbiadini is fouled. Brought down by Shane Westley. Shane Westley has scored 3 goals for Southend United this season. 2 in the league and 1 in the cup, the Littlewoods Cup. So Richard Ord left to take the free kick on the halfway line. And Richard Ord is the 22nd player to be used by Sunderland this season. That's quite a lot for a team at the top of the league. Found out Armstrong to Atkinson. Gray, a deep one to the centre, but the goalkeeper missed it. Hours tries to lob the goalkeeper, just palmed away. The Southend United defence want a foul, and they've got it. The referee spotted an infringement there. And there could well have been an offside flag. No, certainly it's not offside. The referee just having a word with Steele. Half an hour gone, still the score sheet remains blank. Wins that one. Gabbiadini from Gates. Hours is wide to the right. Still Gates picks up the loose ball. Gabbiadini, still Gabbiadini, round the goalkeeper and nets the ball. What a lovely goal by Marco Gabbiadini. Superb strike. He's threatened to do that once or twice tonight, but there he did extremely well to get round the goalkeeper and shoot the ball home from a narrow angle in the 31st minute. Sunderland 1, Southend United 0, and what a lovely goal to break the deadlock. So it's Sunderland 1, Southend United 0. And And it shows that given the right service, Gabbiadini will do the job. That's his 8th goal of the season, and he takes over as top goal scorer from John McPhail, who now has 7. Gabbiadini again. Atkinson charging down that left wing. But there too is Martin, and Martin does extremely well not to put the ball out. But Atkinson sticks to his task. Gates is blocking the back pass, so Martin is eventually forced to put the ball out. Good pressurising by Paul Atkinson. Now Armstrong takes over with the throw, and Armstrong has the long throw, which he uses there, tries to find Gabbiadini, and now Southend United to break. That's Rogers, sends the ball out to Robinson. Robinson's cross. Ord missed the header there, rather it was Cornforth who missed the header, and Ord who covered for him. Hesford, a lovely throw to Atkinson. Atkinson, a first-time ball, looking for Gabbiadini, trying to get round the inside of the centre-back, Shane Wesley, but Wesley wins. Gray, Gates, but Clark there first. Frank Gray. And the back header there wasn't a good one by Gary Hours, so that move breaks down. Sunderland, of course, thanks to some good results by other teams, kept their top of the table spot in Division 3 despite their defeat at Notts County on Saturday. Gabbiadini a little hesitant there, so Southend can come forward. It's 4 against 3 at the moment for Southend. There's a shot, but well held. The shot coming in from Martin Lind, but well held by Hesford. Now Gray for Sunderland. A long one for Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini gets the header. Cornforth. Cornforth again to Gates. Armstrong. Gray. Away by Derek Hall. Armstrong is fouled by Glenn Pennyfather, so it's a free kick for Sunderland. Sunderland from 16 games have 31 points, 1 point ahead of Walsall and 2 ahead of Northampton and Notts County, all from 16 games. And Southend United are in second bottom position, 11 points from 16 games, with York City at the foot with 7 points, also from 16 games. So Gray with the free kick. Away by Rogers. John Kay looks for Atkinson. Atkinson manages to get the ball to Gates. Gates back to Atkinson. Gray. Gates turns neatly. That's one of his specialities. Gabbiadini. Gates wants a 1-2 from Gabbiadini. Gates floats it in and cleverly chipped the ball, and Steele was at full stretch to keep that one out. Sunderland G-force almost striking again there. Having scored 1 goal, Sunderland want more. So Paul Atkinson with the corner. Headed away, coming back to Atkinson. Gets the ball back in, chipped by Gates. Kay. Ord back to Kay. That was Gray rather, back to Kay. Now Gabbiadini, and this is where he won the ball for this first goal. This time he screws the ball behind. John McPhail had gone up in case Gabbiadini had got the ball across. Waiting for this with McDonough. Kay just about gets there, and Sunderland win the throw. by Hours, and the ball lodged between the legs of the Southend United player Andy Rogers, but the referee has whistled up for a free kick. Taken by Peter Johnson, the ball in space, and there could be a chance, but a rather weak shot in the end there from Martin Robinson allowed Hesford plenty of time to see it and collect it. But just for a moment there was a little bit of panic in that Sunderland defence. Good clearance from Westley. Rogers, McPhail, Ord in the centre if he wants him, but it's gone back to Hesford. Hesford drives it upfield. Gabbiadini, it's won by Derek Hall. The ball loose, Cornforth has it now. Gray. Armstrong chasing, but he can't win that one. Now Johnson. So look how quickly Gabbiadini got across to make the challenge. McPhail chests it down skillfully to Kay. Hours. Kay. Square for Cornforth. Gates takes it off him, tries the shot. It's gone back to Gates. Gabbiadini. But Clark gets there first to concede the corner. Southend United have spent a number of seasons up and down between the 3rd and 4th divisions. They won promotion last season, finishing 3rd, but are struggling this year. Over comes the corner, and Sunderland can't control that one, so it's cleared. John Kay already back, but that's good play by Robinson. Robinson again. Rogers, Ling, Pennyfather. Over on the right is David Martin. It's gone to Martin. All going across the challenge. It's over and headed over by Robinson at the far post. Good Southend United move. The ball was worked across from left to right, and the ball was accurately crossed by Martin, but Robinson couldn't direct his header at the far post. Gabbiadini goes up but loses out in the air. McPhail going for this with Robinson. Kay, the covering player, just in picture. Rogers swings the ball in. Ord at the far post is fouled as he goes up and wins a free kick. Left in the first half. Sunderland lead 1-0 with the Gabbiadini goal separating the sides, scored in the 31st minute. Now Johnson for Southend United. Helped on by Rogers, but McPhail back to his goalkeeper. The pitch looks immaculate. All credit to Ian Stevenson, the groundsman. Clears that ball. McPhail. Ord in nicely. Might well find Gates, but Martin there covering. And Martin has to put the ball into the top deck of the stand. And Armstrong could come up and take a long throw. No, it's great to take it. Armstrong to receive it. Miscue there, but Kay gets it. to Gray, but breaks down and Ling clears. Danger here as Rogers, McPhail holds him off, and then Rogers collects and it hits the bar. Still the danger not clear, but away comes Armstrong to get it out to Frank Gray. And Rogers hit the bar with that curling cross. Now Armstrong again. Plays it long for Atkinson. What a great ball that was. Atkinson going into the penalty area, and he scores! A great ball by Gordon Armstrong. He found Paul Atkinson, and Paul Atkinson cut in from the left. He must have been surprised at the amount of room he had. So Paul Atkinson makes it 2-0, 4 minutes from the end of the first half. So it's 2-0 to Sunderland. And the crowd buzzing with that move. It was a good move. Perfectly played by Armstrong to find Atkinson in loads of space, and Atkinson used his speed to telling effect. Now Clark. Westbury. Steele belts the ball as far into the Roper half as he can, the full half rather, as he can. Kay sticking to his task well, out Gary Hours rather. Hours challenging again. McPhail's in charge of this one, gets the ball away. Through was going Derek Hall, but Sunderland managed, not without some alarms, to get it away. That was Cornforth clearing, but Gates can't control it. Clark comes through and hits it wide. And the Southend player manager well off target with that drive. Crowd much happier now that Sunderland are 2 ahead as Gabbiadini flicks on. Ling has the loose ball, finds McDonough. Pennyfather to Rogers, flicked onto Johnson. And Southend working some good patterns here, trying to prise open the Sunderland defence. Rogers, and offside. And that move breaks down for Southend United, with Hall being caught offside. Well inside the last minute of the first half, and there have been no hold-ups, so I don't expect much injury time. Gabbiadini would come to Hours, Gates, Hours, played through for Armstrong. Kay, Hours. Hours gets the cross in, Gabbiadini there, Atkinson on the far side, gets the ball back across, Gates underneath it, and puts the ball in. He puts the ball in. Just for a moment I thought there was a chance of a handball. The Southend United defence was appealing for the handball when Gates chested it down, but Eric Gates scores in the last seconds before half-time, and certainly from 0-0 after half an hour, it's now 3-0. So Southend United are beginning to wonder what's hit them. And there goes indeed the half-time whistle. Just on the half-time whistle, Eric Gates making it 3-0. So there's been a few quiet spells, and Southend have certainly come forward. They've hit the bar, they've forced Hesford to make one or two good saves, but the keenness, the sharpness, the quality of Sunderland is the difference between the two sides so far. And it's no surprise that Gabbiadini, Atkinson and Gates have scored first half goals, which means that Sunderland at half-time lead by 3-0.
About forthcoming games here at Grosvenor Park.
So Sunderland enjoying a 3-goal lead as the second half is about to get underway, and in the second half Sunderland attacking the full end, the goal away to our left. The crowd in good heart, naturally, 3 goals up. Straight away, Southend show, and it must be said that Southend played some very neat football in the first half and were unlucky when Rodgers hit the bar. It's rather typical of the luck which is suffered by a team struggling at the foot of the division. And although I believe Sunderland do deserve to be ahead, there didn't seem to be a 3-goal margin between the sides in this first half. That's Cornforth. But it's all too tight in there, and Southend United win a throw. The ball swung across by Rodgers, and an offside decision foils that Southend United raid, with Martin Ling, the man to be caught offside. That's Ord with Hesford. Gabbiadini, but up soars Westley, and Gabbiadini concedes a free kick. Difficulty got that one back. Gabbiadini offside, and the Southend United player can't understand why, but it's offside at the moment the ball is kicked, not at the moment the ball gets to you. McPhail about to take the free kick. Armstrong controls it well. Gray. Gates. Gray again. Cornforth. That was Atkinson to Gates. Gabbiadini flicks it on, but to no avail. He only heads it out for the goal kick. Southend United's away league record. Their one win was 3-1 at Grimsby. Their draw was 2-2 at Bury, and they've had some rather heavy away defeats. 8-1 at Gillingham, 6-2 defeat at Notts County, a 4-1 defeat at Port Vale. They've lost 0-1 at Mansfield, 2-3 away to Bristol City, and 1-3 away to Chesterfield. As this time Sunderland win a free kick, which Gray takes quickly. Good cross by Atkinson. Away by Ling. Robinson wins that one. And McPhail back to Hesford. The crowd not liking that one. Gabbiadini wins the free kick against Shane Westley this time. Atkinson and Gray together, Armstrong and Gray together. Ord Ord's gone, no, the Ord's still back in defence. McPhail's gone forward though. He's gone onto the far side. Armstrong, that's him running off the ball now. And he gets the flick on, but it's wide. And Gates waited for that one. He's got the ball. And he's put it home, yes. Oh, what a silly mistake that was by the Southend United players. It was a short one. And Eric Gates nipped in, got the ball off Eric Steele and put the ball home 5 minutes into the second half. Gates read that one, it was telegraphed, the ball wasn't played quickly enough between the two defenders, which allowed Eric Gates just enough time to get in and put the ball into the empty net. And Gabbiadini anticipating the same move, but Wesley spots the danger and this time clears it. Rogers going down the left. Robinson. Still plenty of fight left in Southend's side. And the ball given away there by Atkinson to Ling. Ling going down the right for Southend. In support is Martin. Ling again. Gets the ball over. Hammered away out of defence. And that was John McPhail clearing that one. Ling. And that was Martin, but it's only gone as far as Ord. Ord finds Gates. Gates a chip looking for Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini gets there but doesn't control it, allowing Wesley time to get in and put the ball away into touch. And the ball looks as though it's gone out of the ground. So another ball comes on. Referee tests it for pressure, passes it fit for play, and the throw-in will be taken. That's Gray, back to McPhail. Sunderland win the throw. Gabbiadini to Gates. Gabbiadini, the whistle's gone though. Free kick for Southend United. Other Southend United managers since World War II. Arthur Rowley, almost a goal-scoring machine in his day. David Smith, now with Plymouth Argyle, and David Webb, now managing director with Torquay United, ex-Chelsea player. Now Cornforth, Gabbiadini's offside and is flagged for it. Began his run just too soon. Martin, and back to Hesford. Ling, all the way across to Rogers. Good cross by Rogers, but couldn't find Robinson. So away comes Richard Ord. Plays it to Gabbiadini. To Gates. Hours. Kay on the overlap. There's John Kay. Oh, good dummy there by Cornforth to find, almost to find Eric Gates. Kay trying to nip in and take the ball. And the two centre-backs, Ord and McPhail. Ord going forward on a run and almost gets the ball to Gary Hours. Gets a good round of applause too. His first team game tonight. throw as Southend United want to make a substitution. And Paul Clark, the player manager, is going off with Nick Smith to take his place. So number 12 for Southend United, Nick Smith. Linesman is flagging. That could well be some sort of foul throw. We'll have to wait and see. No, he's just allowing the throw to be taken again. Free kick for Sunderland. John Kay with the free kick. Plays his square for Gray. Back to Kay. Cross for Ord. Well played. Almost a clever chip there, but not quite. Didn't quite work. Pennyfather. Through for Ling. But yes, says the crowd as Ord goes in strongly. Ord misses the ball and fouls his man, Roy McDonough. Short by Pennyfather, chipped in by Derek Hall, and just wide, and Southend United are fated not to score tonight. That was a really good chance, and they had some good chances in the first half as well, as another substitution looks as though it's about to be made. And Sunderland are bringing off John Cornforth, and Paul Lemon is the man to come on in his place. John Cornforth gets a good round of applause as he goes off, and Paul Lemon too will be feeling good. He scored 2 of the Sunderland's 3 goals in the Freight Rover Trophy match at Scarborough. 2 cracking goals we saw him as well on the television as Southend United win a free kick. Taken by Johnson. Armstrong. Gates can only go one way and does the only thing he can do. Lemon gets his first touch, but in vain. He can't keep the ball in. Jack Lemon, as he's known to the players. Misses it, but Ord was covering. Gates, Lemon, Kay, Lemon in the centre. It's come for Atkinson. Atkinson scores. It's 5-0. Atkinson, rather fortunately, he got the ball through between the legs of Eric Steele, but it counts. It's in the back of the net. And Atkinson gets goal number 5 after 58 minutes. So, Sunderland 5, Southend United 0. Hall, Kay, McPhail, Gates, but the defence gets that one away. A foul by Lemon. The linesman spotted that one straight away. When you've got 5 goals in the bank, you go looking for more, and Paul Lemon was just that little bit too keen there. He fouled the defender in trying to get the ball. So Hall clears, and it goes off McDonough into touch for a Sunderland throw. Gabbiadini. Ours leaves that one for Kay. McPhail, back to Hesford. Lemon wins that one. Still going. 3 men in the area waiting for the cross. It's coming towards Gabbiadini, and it's scrambled off the line. Good defending. That's where the defender should be in a situation like that, just inside his post. And it was because of his good positioning that Gabbiadini didn't score there. Comes the corner, it's a near post one. Lemon. And away comes Nick Smith. But Frank Gray makes sure that one gets safely back to Hesford. Armstrong. Powers turns nicely to beat Ling and find Lemon on that far side. Gabbiadini in the penalty area, but Lemon fires it just over. And the crowd in raptures at Sunderland's goal exploits tonight. It's the first time this season they've managed to get 5. They've had 4 a few times, but not 5 so far until tonight. "60 minutes gone. Sunderland lead 5-0. A good header away by Ord. McPhail, back to Hesford. Lemon flicks on, hoping that Gates is behind him, but there's only Martin there, but he only puts it into touch. Kay with the throw. Back to Kay. Hours again. Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini is fouled in the corner. Wesley goes across to the linesman to ask why. And Steve Smelt sprints down the track. That's him just coming into the picture to attend to Marco Gabbiadini. So for the first time tonight, we have a pause in the action. Gabbiadini has scored 8 goals now in matches for Sunderland. Gabbiadini's got 1 tonight. He gave Sunderland the lead in the 31st minute. Paul Atkinson made it 2 from a lovely weighted pass from Gordon Armstrong. Atkinson sprinted in from the left to hammer the ball home in the 42nd minute for goal number 2. Right on half-time, Eric Gates controlled an awkward ball with his chest before rifling it home. They went in 3-0 ahead at half-time. Then, almost immediately after half-time, Eric Gates was on hand again to put the ball through the goalkeeper's legs to make it 4-0. And then, from a Paul Lemon cross, the ball found its way over to the far side, where Atkinson came in to beat the defence to drive home Sunderland's 5th. So now, it's the free kick for Sunderland. Driven across to the far post. It's off the line. But there may well have been a handball incident there. There was against one of the Sunderland players, and it's a free kick. And wins, but he fouls McDonough. Penny Farther gets the ball out to the far side for Rodgers. That was McDonough's touch, and the throw for Sunderland off the legs of Andy Rodgers. back safely enough to Hesford. He finds Atkinson. Atkinson rounds Johnson, leaves it for Frank Gray. Gray skillfully beats a man before trying to find Atkinson rather, and Atkinson got there but ran the ball into touch. And Gary Howe is having a word with the referee. I think just pointing out to the referee that there's been a linesman's flag up for the free kick. Gray with the free kick. Ours was up there. The pass back is blocked, but Hall brings the ball away safely enough. McDonough. Rogers, McDonough. And McPhail there, back to his goalkeeper. Gabbiadini under it. No whistle. Everybody stopped, expecting the free kick. But Sunderland have possession anyway. Through by Ord to Gates, but Gates couldn't quite control it. Crowd not very happy with the decision of the referee not to award Sunderland a free kick, but they got possession of the ball anyway from that incident. So really the decision didn't matter. Lemon loses out with that duel, but it's come to Gary Hours. Kay. Hesford. Ord. Gabbiadini. And Hours chasing it along with Smith. Smith gets there to concede the corner. Ord uses his left foot to good effect. Lemon with the corner. Ord's gone up to join the attack. So too John McPhail. That's Ord with the header. And still Southend United can't get the ball away. Eventually they do, but it's only come to Frank Gray. Kay, if that ball reaches him, no, that was a poor ball. Southend United have the chance to break. It's McDonough with a long shot, but that won't trouble Hesford. Atkinson. Rounds one man neatly, round Johnson in fact. Still going. Plays the ball across to Kay. Gabbiadini wants it played through, but Kay plays it through instead to Lemon. Lemon tries to find Gabbiadini, but only a handball stops him. So Sunderland win a free kick. Minutes gone of the match, 3/4 of the way through, as Richard Ord is about to be brought off. I think it's it's Michael Heathcote for Richard Ord. I think a good move. It gives both reserve centre-backs the chance. Michael Heathcote too is a centre-back. He was bought from Spennymoor in the close season, Spennymoor United of the Drivers Northern League. And this is his, like Richard Ord, his first appearance. Gray with the shot, it's off the defensive wall. Gray again. Sorry, that was Armstrong with the shot, now Gray. Kay. Heathcote. And Gates thought he was offside, so he held back from chasing that ball. But the shot by Gordon Armstrong. McPhail back to Hesford. I think it's a good move to give both reserve centre-backs the chance of some first-team experience. Sunderland are leading 5-0. As through goes Hours. Heathcote heads away. Heathcote again. Ours picks up the loose ball. Still Ours. Ours still. Atkinson on the far left. It's Atkinson who shoots just past the post. He didn't blast that one. He tried to place it and placed the ball wide. He used the side of his foot there, Paul Atkinson, and the ball curved away past the far post. Heathcote there, but loses out this time. But John Kay finds Gray. Hesford tells Paul Atkinson to get upfield. He's good because he's going to take the long kick rather than the throw. Finds Lemon. Lemon turns, gets past his man, but covering player Wesley is there first. And Wesley can only put the ball away into touch. Kay comes up quickly to take the throw. Decides to leave it. Long throw by Armstrong. Gabbiadini there. Away, but only back as far as Armstrong, who decides to let the ball run out for another throw. Gabbiadini once more, turns neatly between two men. He's got three men around him, gets the ball across, but Steele saves. And he's a real threat inside that penalty area. Defenders daren't really tackle him because they might well concede a penalty. McPhail, a rather wild challenge there. Armstrong chasing Pennyfather, but Pennyfather's rather quick, and Southend have been awarded a free kick. Perhaps the referee might have played advantage there because the ball fell to McDonough. Hall with the free kick, and the whistle's gone, although the ball ends up inside the Sunderland net. There's an offside flag gone up. Under this, Gabbiadini chasing as ever. Gray, bad one though, only finds Johnson. Atkinson, good challenge. Gray, Pennyfather, McDonough, but Heathcote in well. And John Kay almost played himself into trouble there. Pennyfather, nice piece of skill. Hall again going forward, but Heathcote there first. Good play by John McPhail. More neat skill. But Sunderland looked to have lost that one, but it was through an illegal challenge. So it's another free kick. The referee wants the free kick taken from nearer to the touchline. So Heathcote obliges. Kay, Ours, Kay again, couldn't quite reach that one. McPhail, away by Martin. Chance here, missed by Nick Smith, the substitute for Southend United. Drove the ball past the post, and that's the way your luck goes when you struggle. Certainly Southend United have created enough chances to have scored a couple of goals. Gray judged that bounce well. Now Atkinson. Wants a 1-2. And gets it thanks to the defender's mistake. Inside for Gates. Gates wants a penalty, but the referee was far too close to be fooled by that. Okay, once more back to his goalkeeper. So 15 minutes left for play. Sunderland lead 5-0. Good play by Heathcote, but the pass forward not so good. Wesley. McPhail. Lemon's flick on to Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini to Gates, pulls offside. Steele. Okay. Lemon. Heathcote. Lemon can't keep that one in. Gets that ball to Gary Hours. Still Hours to Atkinson. But Johnson does well, beats Atkinson. And Southend United only clear it as far as Gray, Armstrong, McPhail, Gray, Atkinson. But Atkinson's pass is too short, but McPhail has it once more for Sunderland. Gray. Gabbiadini. Martin. McPhail to Gray, back to McPhail. Gray. Finds McPhail. And Sunderland have a corner. Lemon takes it. It's headed across goal and off the line. I think Ling, the man on the line who saved Southend United then. Gabbiadini in there again, as ever, but the goal kick. And John McPhail in trouble. Looks as though he's had some blow to the face. And Steve Smelt being allowed to come on and treat the Sunderland defender. But Sunderland close to a 6th goal then. Again, good positioning by the defence. It was Martin Ling who cleared that ball off the Southend United goal line. So we already have injuries to 2 centre-backs in Gary Bennett, who won't be back before Christmas and possibly not into the new year, and also to David Corner, who was injured at Notts County last Saturday, and we don't want an injury to John McPhail as well. And Sunderland have used both substitutes, but thankfully he seems to be all right. Steve Smelt goes off the pitch and the match can resume. Heathcote, fouled by McDonough. So John McPhail takes the free kick. Looks none the worse for that blow to the face. Heathcote's gone up to join the attack. The ball's flighted towards Gabbiadini. Heathcote's there, and the ball booted away. Good free kick from John McPhail. Now the throw for Sunderland. Headed away. Robinson again. Keeps it in, but McPhail there to send it back to Hesford. Oh, that's a bad one. It's come to Gates. Lets it run for the throw. Wants to take it quickly, but decides to leave it for Frank Gray. Armstrong, but the pass wasn't good enough. Sunderland win that one. Hours challenging. Still Hours. Tries to go through between 2 defenders. Does well. Oh, beats a man nicely twice. Gets to the line. Still, he's got Atkinson in support. A great cheer for Gary Hours. Atkinson hits a low cross, but straight into the arms of Steele. But a brilliant piece of play by Gary Hours. Oh, and that's a chance. Another chance for Gabbiadini. He's got Gates in the centre, and Gates makes it 6. What a nice piece of unselfish play by Gabbiadini. He could have gone on himself, but he saw Gates up in support and gave Eric Gates the chance to score Sunderland's 6th in the 82nd minute. And that is Eric Gates' hat-trick. Sunderland 6, Southend United 0. And Southend United must be demoralised by now. Credit to them, they're still battling. There's Nick Smith trying to do something for them, and Martin Robinson almost got there. Hesford had to be quick. That was Rogers to Pennyfather. Too many Sunderland men around him though. Gates. Armstrong wants to go now. It's come through, a chance for Sunderland. It's in the net, but no, the referee is disallowing that one. And Gary Hours disappointed. In fact, there'd been a free kick already given to Sunderland. The whistle must have gone before Gary Hours put that ball in the net. Otherwise, the goal would certainly have stood. So it's still 6. And 6 Sunderland men in or just outside the penalty area. Gates going up to join them to make it 7. John Kay lurking just to the right of picture to make it 8. It's Lemon, straight into the arms of steel. Ours, Heathcote. Got a knock there, Heathcote, he's on the ground. That's him just in the centre of your picture. But away comes Derek Hall. Hall, good centre to McDonough. McDonough's there, but so too Hesford. And Hesford should by rights kick the ball out. And Heathcote unfortunate to get a knock just about 15 minutes after he's come on in place of Richard Ord. And earlier, Paul Lemon had come on in place of John Cornforth. Southend United too have used one of their substitutes. That's Nick Smith, who came on for the player manager Paul Clark. And on the far side, there's Dennis Smith in the raincoat. That's him in picture, looking anxiously on. I'm sure he wants more goals from Sunderland. He must be pleased with tonight's performance. Oh, and a stretcher being brought on. And I hope this is not as serious as it looks. He looked to get a blow on the ankle. It was innocuous. There was no foul in the incident. But Sunderland have used both their substitutes, so they'll have to play out the last 4 minutes with only 10 men. So poor Michael Heathcote, having played for about 15 minutes, goes off on a stretcher. The referee allowing Ian Hesford to restart as normal. I suppose it could be said that the match should have been restarted by a drop ball. Hesford only finds Derek Hall. Hall looking for McDonough, but the Sunderland defence gets that one away. Ling with the throw, now leaves it for Derek Hall. And to their eternal credit, Southend not giving up. 6 goals in arrears, but still fighting all the way. Wesley, Ling, Johnson, McDonough, Hall, Lemon across the challenge, Pennyfather. Pennyfather might try a shot here, but he overruns the ball slightly. Now Sunderland can come forward. Armstrong, still Armstrong going forward. Gabbiadini wants it played through, so too does Eric Gates. Gates is there and makes it 7. 4 goals for Eric Gates. Sunderland 7, Southend United 0, and Armstrong a tremendous pass through. In the 89th minute, Gates makes it 7-0, and Sunderland's goal difference rockets from plus 13 to plus 20. some looking back through the records to do to find out Sunderland's last 7-0 success. And I said at the start that Sunderland might produce a backlash following that Notts County result, and a backlash they certainly have produced. And the luckless victims, Southend United. But Rodgers hasn't given up. Neither has Johnson. But Hesford catches safely. Hesford would be well advised to bang that ball upfield, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Gates wanting another goal. But away by Westley. Good strong header by the Sunderland defence there. McPhail. Gray back to Hesford. Gary Howes, I notice, has dropped back into defence. Sunderland, of course, now down to 10 men. Away by Martin. McDonough, but that's into touch. 1 minute of injury time has already been played. There were a couple of knocks to Sunderland players, one to McPhail, and now it's Atkinson going down the left. Plenty of men forward. Gates misses it. And Lemon has to concede the goal kick to Southend United. One of the last big scores like this I can remember is a 7-1 defeat of Norwich. Nick Sharkey got 5 that night in the early 60s. That was a 7-1 win for Sunderland. Now Gabbiadini loses control. Off Lemon for a throw to Southend United. Almost 2 minutes of injury time now played. Rodgers, away by McPhail. Gates has it. Back to Gray. Leaves it for Gates. Gabbiadini, Howes running through, but he doesn't quite chip the ball high enough, and Southend United regain possession. Southend United, known as the Shrimpers, their nickname. McDonough chests it down neatly to Rodgers, but Gray away as the final whistle goes. No, it's not. It's a free kick for Southend United. Peter Johnson, the ex-Middlesbrough and Newcastle man, to take it. Played wide by McDonough to Rodgers. Back to Johnson. Rodgers. Johnson. Gray there first though. And back to Hesford. Three minutes of injury time gone. Okay. Smith for Southend United. Ling. Hall. And Lemon accused of pulling Hall, and that means a free kick for Southend United. McDonough. Gabbiadini. Plays the ball rather carelessly in the touch. Hall beats a man nicely. Westley. But the ball safely back from John McPhail. And there does go the final whistle after 4 minutes of injury time. And Sunderland's finest hour for many a long year. Gates. A memorable match, 4 goals for him, 2 for Paul Atkinson and 1 for Marco Gabbiadini, making the final score 7-0. But let it be said that Southend certainly deserved something out of this match for the way they played, particularly in the first half. They had the heart knocked out of them in the second somewhat, but I admire Southend United for the way they played right up to the final whistle, and I hope that some of the cheers from the crowd is being reserved for the Southend United side, who've battled hard here against the odds and have lost by 7 goals to 0. 15,754 fans having watched the match. Final score once more, Sunderland 7, Southend United 0. Good afternoon and welcome to this vital playoff match between Sunderland, who are fighting to keep their second division status, and Gillingham, who are equally determined to win that place in next year's second division. And there we see the Sunderland side in these tense moments before the match gets underway. On their side, Bob Stokoe keeps faith with Ian Hesford in goal. At number 2, Paul Lemon. At 3, Alan Kennedy. At 4, Steve Doyle. At 5, Frank Gray. At 6, the captain, Gary Bennett. At 7, Gordon Armstrong. At 8, Mark Proctor. At 9, Keith Birchin. At 10, Dave Swindlehurst. And at 11, Eric Gates. And the Sunderland substitute is the man who caused Sunderland's first goal by volleying a shot against the underside of the bar and forcing a penalty. That's David Corner. He is this afternoon's Sunderland substitute. There is the mascot, and his name is Russell Thompson. He's 7 years old from North Farm, Sunderland, and he goes to the Grindon Infant School. Russell is very keen on Subbuteo, and he's a Sunderland fanatic. He comes to every home match and collects autographs and